Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That one complete to Yeldon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let him know. Check, 55,
now Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards.
Let's go. 19. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. And again, it's Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
To the air, Allen. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throw left side, complete to Foster. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Allen now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Foster. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Let's go, baby.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got it. Regular.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. On 1st down, it's Bell, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hey, seam six. Go. 58, come on. 58.
Allen from the gun on third down. It got his man complete. And a big 32-yard play on third.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Check. Check. Hot.
And here's Allen. Going to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
No. 58, Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
They will run with Singletary. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen escaping the pressure right. He finds Yeldon. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've been able to get 3 field goals. 3 for 3. 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 They've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Allen going to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So we come upon halftime, and what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken at the 3. Spinning away. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Sliding out of the pocket. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Pistol.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, flush to his right. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Check 53's Mike. Squeeze, double. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Steps away to his left. Throw left side to Higgins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Hurry! Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Mike. 180. Mike. Here we go.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
180. 53. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming. Point it right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And again, it's Mayfield. This is caught, and he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Hey, alert! Big time!
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their... Now Bell hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Bell. And he loses the football a second time. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Escaping the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. A nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got him now.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's it, baby. You go. 180. Get that quarterback deep. Pistol. Quarterback deep.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Bell. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Keeps himself. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team is. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey, motion backfield. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Get ready. Hold. Get ready. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
To the air, Allen. He's going to let it fly. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. On third down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. And he's got this down to the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Here's Wilson. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wilson now throwing again. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Wilson will throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marvin Harrison there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete. That's Cohen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mahomes to throw once more. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Wilson. Allen has it, left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Allen. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. Wilson now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Allen. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marcus Allen taking it in. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. Well, he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Mahomes now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now it's Mahomes again. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Buying time to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Marcus Allen. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp. We'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check. Check 59.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Covered by Jason McCourty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Mahomes now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 57, 57. You got tape. Go. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is Ertz with it, right side. He got 29 yards that time. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got a man complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards as his guys are back within a single score. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300, that means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Willie Lanier. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
4th down. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check 3. Hey, 43, 43, 15.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Allen, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it. They'll run for it. This is Allen. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Mahomes now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to fire one. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
You got it. You got it.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up second and third. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback. And
he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack that time by Michael Strahan.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
What? 380! Here we go, let's bring it! Let's go, let's bring it!
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 43. Just like that. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set. 20. Bring it up, bring it up. Regular. That's done.
1st down, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Hey, 133. Hurry.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
King. Stop.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. First down, a run with Cohen. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, you're on an
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 70 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 74 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys are back within a single score.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
This is taken at his full. Now a hit and a loose football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. On second down now. It's Cohen, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Mahomes going to throw. He is going to find Hill here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. On first down, Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is Ertz with it, right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
Yellow. I'm going back to you. 31's the mic. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Yellow. Exit. Where's the mic? Not here.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Darius Slay with a pick.